Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. And today we're working with this. It's a little two-color bracelet. It is pattern number 8470 on friendshipbracelets.net. It was, I thought, a very kind of interesting looking pattern. And then when we were putting it together, the pattern to do, I decided that I wanted to kind of change up how the ends of it were. So I kind of took from maybe a different kind of pattern, something that's more arrowhead-like. Um, and before kind of going into this, and I kind of really like that because it's kind of hard to say. I want to say that it seems like it's the emphasis is on the dark, even though it seems that there's more of the lighter color. So it's kind of weird as to like, I'm not really sure how that works. Like, why does it seem like the area down in the middle of this seems to be way more dark concentric, but the where it comes into it, like where we start, like right here where I'm working on, seems more balanced, which is kind of weird because um, I think we definitely used the light colors more. At least two of the strands from the light colors got used more. Um, where originally, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, oh, it looks like there's one pair of the light color would get used an awful lot. However, it turns out that this is a pattern that you can actually do where you only use the left knots and the right knot. So as a result, because I'm not doing like a zigzag to keep the whites going like continuously or whatever, it kept trading them up. And that's really awesome. So this makes this a very beginner friendly bracelet, which again, awesome. Um, it balances out the string use. Again, that's really awesome. Um, and the pattern is fun. It's actually, I think it's really kind of super cute. There is a bit of that repetitive feel, like, okay, so I'm doing this thing again, and that kind of makes it feel like it takes a little longer. However, the whole thing was done in just over an hour. So, I mean, that's at my speed. Your results may differ, but it wasn't bad. I mean, for me, if it's an hour, that's probably really pretty good. It's a 12 string bracelet, based on like how everybody else is accounting. Six strings going into the loop. Doubled up my strings, so that gave me 12, which allowed for a really cool kumi. And my wife really kind of nailed it on the kumi for this one, so I'm kind of really happy about that. Um, but yeah, overall, relatively easy, pretty straightforward. Um, I did very deliberately make sure that I only used the right and the left knot, um, because I wanted to see string usage for a beginner. So I really was testing it and trying to see how that would go. And it went fine. It went really, really good. So if that's, if you're a beginner, you see this and you're thinking, hey, that's, my friends are going to love it, which they will, I'm sure. Yeah, go for it. This is a good one. It's really fun. Um, and you can tell I tried to do a lot of work in trying to um, simplify the whole um, segment knotting, like sticking to an area, working through it, doing whatever. Like yeah. So you can kind of work out from this video, like how I went about that. And yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. I think we kind of blazed through this, fairly well. This part here, a little bit fiddly because, it's just one knot, one knot, one knot, and then bring the other row down and then one knot, one knot. But then you box it in and you move on to the next area. Again, it kind of moved along pretty quick, which, I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised. I kind of knew that this was an easier one and it's kind of a fun looking one. And Yeah, I shouldn't be too surprised overall, but every once in a while, you do one of these things, and it's either a lot harder than you thought it would be, or it's in this case a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, go figure. What else can I tell you? There's not a whole lot. Um, yeah, I mean, it didn't even give me much time to actually watch things over on YouTube. Normally, when I'm doing the making videos, I get to watch stuff. Um, I got an hour for this, like that's just a couple of videos by right. So whatever. It's still okay. Um, that is not a white in case your screen kind of is lying to you. That is a very, very faint light blue and a dark blue combo that I did. Um, it just needed to be something of contrast, and I thought doing this in blues would be kind of fun. Uh, and I stand by that. I really do think that the blue was a good choice. Mind you, you could really honestly do this in any good contrasting colors, and I'm sure you'd be very happy with it. Um, Trying to think if there's anything smart that I mean, there was nothing. Again, it was an easy bracelet, so it wasn't like I was like learning new things or going crazy with it. There was, I think, I really kind of developed the whole segment knotting thing really early on and kind of just stuck with it. So that's a thing. I think the only time I really stopped to kind of look at the pattern was to figure out like how far along was I trying to figure out like, where in the whole overall bracelet that I was. Um, Again, because it just is so repetitive or whatever. So that was kind of a thing. But this is one of those ones where like after you've done it maybe once, you could probably do this endlessly without having to look at the pattern. Well, at least for the most part, you might need to kind of check this how it starts and how it ends, but um, overall, you're going to spend more time with your string than you are looking at a pattern. So, oh, and that's that diamondy part. That's the halfway, which reminds me, I need to thank my Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. And yeah, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I really enjoy making bracelets and you know, being able to share it with everybody. This is really fun for me, and it really surprises me how many people haven't tried to make their own bracelet centered or make alterations to patterns to make it fun and different. Like, I mean, I didn't change an awful lot to this, but I changed enough that it really does make it interesting. It's something that, when I look at it, even like from a distance, it's like, wow, there's a lot going on, and I think that makes it kind of fun. And I really do enjoy sharing that with you guys. So, um, yeah, we still have. Oh man, tomorrow I got to make that other. I have a much more difficult bracelet for tomorrow to make. So yeah, sometimes you can just look at a pattern and you just know like that's going to be troublesome. So, yeah. Um but this was like a great break. This was, maybe this is something for you guys in your bracelet making things. Um don't necessarily make a whole lot of most difficult ones in a row. Break it up a little bit. Have some fun. This was a fun bracelet to make. It was a little bit like a vacation for me because it was nice and it was simple and it was cute and it was fun. And, you know, I could just kind of enjoy the videos that were playing and stuff because I wasn't like overly concerned with, oh my God, you know, what comes next and where am I and all that kind of craziness. So yeah, you know, there's maybe that was the lesson. I didn't know the lesson until I talked to you. So thanks for, that. You guys are part of my therapy here, I think. So but I can't pay you the therapy bill thing. I'm sorry. I just I can't. So yeah. All right. This is the third one of those. Oh yeah. So by this point in the making it, right? I've already realized like I am past the third time where it does the four little dots. And that means I just have to do a diamond and then work my way out of it with it's like an arrowhead technically. Um, and yeah, that gets a little bit exciting. Like, whoa, the pieces that are left are so simple. So yeah, it's there was like I said, there was a lot of repeated things. The fact that you had to do three of that diamonds, where the four dots are, feels like a lot. There's four of this little diamond thing. It kind of feels like a lot. But once you kind of get through it, you're suddenly like, wow, that went quick. And boom, you're off to the races and you're doing the other stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So if you guys make this bracelet, by the way, you can always like tag me on Instagram or you can share it with me over on Discord. I like to see what other people are making, what color choices you used, how it looks different, because that's always kind of neat too. And yeah, that'd be kind of fun. And again, this is so nice and easy. Like just knock back in the afternoon and make yourself one of these or make one for a friend. So so this is where the blue is the dark little diamond part to the end. Yeah, we don't have much longer. And it's a little you can kind of tell it's a little bit sporadic here, the whole like I'm still absolutely trying to segment my way through this thing. Um, yeah, here I am. I'm just absolutely just nailing down everything on the right hand side. And that little bit, yeah, those three strings on the end. They're done. This will make the fourth string that's done. So yeah, this is really getting close to the end, guys. Um, Thank you for hanging out with me with this. This has been a fun make, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I have. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.